All right, we could do it. We're preparing to live stream.
Or we are live streaming.
Should I abort?
No. But where's Amber?
All right, we could do it. We're preparing to live stream.
So why is it?
No, that was me.
I was gonna say it's
all right, y'all. Forgive us as we work out the glitches. This is Widowed Rising. We are coming to y'all from our first official YouTube live stream.
I need a vacation.
Yes.
You just came back from a vacation.
I need another one.
A vacation from summer vacation. Yes.
Yes.
We need a vacation.
Hopefully soon we
summer.
can get, and our vacation was sponsored by
Yes.
one day.
If any company out there, if any company owners, CEOs, whomever is watching this and would like to sponsor a vacation for widows, please let us know.
And or their families.
Yes, and or their families.
Hopefully Big Bros, because I love you.
Yes. Bake Bros, what every widow needs in her purse.
I recommend the Stonies because they give you a nice balanced high. You're not going to go up and you're not going to go down.
You're just going to stay
Bros.
just right.
Pop one in your mouth. All right.
Do this.
Here we are. The Widow Trifecta. Welcome.
Dun, dun, dun.
With our
Welcome. As I fix my
Yes,
mic.
Widowed Rising. Stand up.
Oh,
It's
flashing people.
already.
Yes.
All right. What a way to start the show. Yes.
Limited edition.
Flashing. I'm super bright compared to you guys. My light is weird. Anyway, we'll get it figured out later on eventually. Welcome to Widowed Rising, our official YouTube channel. We are the Trifecta. I am Amber, aka Brown Sugar. To my left is Jillian Lane, aka the Empress.
Yes.
And last but not least, but right there below us is Melissa, aka Eminem. So welcome again, y'all, to our first episode. I'm very excited to be here. How do you ladies feel?
Excited.
I feel excited. I feel like this has been a real long time in coming, and we are finally here.
And doing it.
And doing it. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Take it back. Be like LL, doing it and doing it and doing it. Well, that's what we're gonna be doing, right?
What a good intro.
Right. Doing it.
Oh, there we go. We got our first intro song. Yes. And LL or your company, whichever person holds the royalty or copyright right for doing it well, please remember we are the widow. So please let us have it and use it. Okay.
Please let us have it.
We're just three lonely widows.
Please.
Doing a podcast.
Well, right?
Yes.
The widows are doing it well.
Yes. We're trying. We're trying. And it's been a long battle to get to this point. We can
And all we
actually
can do is
say,
get better. So it's
yes,
gonna be
we're doing this well, and we're going to keep on.
Are you do lives?
Yeah,
Take
absolutely.
off.
All right, ladies. So let's go ahead and do a little introduction of ourselves. That way we can get the ball rolling, because whoever is watching this now and when they watch it later, they're gonna be like, okay, what are y'all talking about actually, right? Because sometimes we just blabber, and that's okay. We'll have those conversations. They're good release. All right, so how the hell did we get here? Our husbands died.
Yes, well, started with a death.
It started all on June 13th, 2021. No, but on a serious note, we're widows. Our spouses passed away, and I decided to start a group, and these ladies just found their way, and I found my way onto their pathways, and here we are, just weaving and tangling and doing our thing. So here we are.
Yeah.
After building a Facebook community now of almost 900 people, fellow widow community.
Yes,
And now we are moving on.
Yes. We have an amazing community. Seriously.
Awesome.
Yes.
with some pretty amazing people.
Yes, which we'll talk more about later. You may even as this,
Call them the shit show
podcast
writers.
goes on. Yes, we
I
call
see it.
ourselves the shit show writers. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look at you.
Yes, I like that.
Sorry.
Shit show writers.
Right.
That is what we call ourselves in the community, because Lord knows. Okay, we have had to learn. And we didn't want to, but we had to learn how to ride that shit show. Can we say
Yeah.
shit show on YouTube? Can we say shit on
We're
YouTube?
saying shit show. YouTube,
Okay.
it's a shit show. Please
Yes.
just let us have our shit show.
We're the widows.
Listen,
We're the
be fun.
widows. Let us use some profanity. Seriously.
And we have seatbelts for all you fellow widowed coming on board, just finding us, that will be joining us. We got seatbelts for all y'all. And when I say seatbelts, I mean it metaphorically, as in we got the arms to hold you, we got the love to keep you going, we got all the support just to make sure that you don't fall below under that fucking dark ass cloud, because none of us get to be there.
No, and sometimes that shit show ride is bumpy as hell. And sometimes some days it's bumpy, some days it's all, but we got it. As Amber said, we got the safety belts for you. We got you. For real.
Absolutely.
We created the group too.
Absolutely. All right, ladies. So let's do a couple of introductions. There was something I was going to say, but maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe it will. Oh, yeah, there it is. I'll come back to that one after we do the introductions. So I'll go ahead and start off. I've been on this shit show right now for 800 motherfucking days. So for those of you counting, it's like just over 2 years. It's like 2 years and some months, whatever. I don't know. I just asked Google. That's what happened. So that's where we're at. It's a solid even number for me. So I feel steady, feel good where I'm at now. It's weird, but it is what it is. I've learned a lot along the way. I've grown a lot along the way. I had to force myself out of that doom and gloom mess, as we call, because I got kids and I still have a life to live. Just like all of us here, we all, and to all those widows out there, you got a life to live. Like if your life was over because your spouse died, you wouldn't be sitting here listening to me ramble on right now. You would not be breathing. You would not be getting up every morning. You would not be doing the poopers, and you would not be doing none of that. So please, I get it. I fully understand. It's rough living without your spouse, especially when it just hits you out of nowhere, whether it was sickness, whether it was suicide, whether it was a car accident, however the situation happened, it sucks. But that does not mean stay in that. That is what we are here for. We are here to help everybody move out of that, whether you need guidance, you need help. We've been through it. We're all on different timelines on this, and each step fucking sucks, but each step just gets a little bit easier to take. But at the end of this, and whichever you lady want to go next, I'll just say being on this ride it's a real slap in the face, and it really does. It stings, and the sting comes and goes, and it's almost like, the best way I can describe it is like when somebody loses a limb and they say that there's like that ghost feeling.
Phantom limb.
Yeah, thank you. It's almost like that. I feel like that's probably the best way without comparing. Please do not come after me.
Description.
But yeah, I've been thinking about this, right? And I've been really thinking about this because every now and then I find myself picking up the phone, ready to call him, or turning around and say, "Hey, shit," or waking up in the middle of the night thinking I'm gonna roll over and he's next to me and it's my daughter. So that's kind of that ghost limb feeling. That's the best way I can describe it for those who don't know. But my whole thing here is we're going to get through this. We're going to get through it together. We're going to grow together. We're going to learn together. We're going to inspire each other. And we're going to move fucking mountains because we're still here and we still have shit to do. Yeah, exactly. And it all starts in here. And that's where we have to get first. So from here on, I mean, I'm a digger. I want to dig into your brain. I want to get in there and start planting seeds in everybody, because y'all need to know. I don't care if you're 1 day into this, 1 hour into this, or 13 years or 20 years deep. However, wherever you're at on this timeline, please know that your life is not over just because your spouse has moved on.
By
That
any
was
means.
their journey. You have to understand that was your spouse's journey. It was their time. Just because you get married to somebody here on earth, just because you love somebody here on earth, that doesn't mean that time is going to end for both of y'all at the same time. That doesn't mean everything is just going to be eternal and it's going to continue. Okay, when we're both 112, then we're both going to die on Tuesday at 6:00 after the night news. No, that's not how it happens. Just because you love somebody, that doesn't mean that they no longer have their own path, their own journey, their own experiences. Everybody is here to have the human experience. Some last for a minute. Some don't even make it here. Some don't even make it past the birth canal alive. Some make it into 120 and still kicking. But guess how much they've been through life? But everybody has their own reasoning for why. And it all depends on your own soul contract and why you're here. My soul contract, I now know, is here to help other people and spread more love, more light. Know that we are here for an experience, and whatever we go through, it's gonna be all right. So chill out. Anyway, that's my intro. I'm a crazy person. I'm a little cuckoo, but it's all love and it's fun. So I'm gonna pass the mic on while I hit my pen and drink this weird dry red wine. Yeah, Empress.
I didn't know if the Empress should go last, but no, I will go. So
And it's out of order.
yes. That's how my life felt for like the first 3 years. Just everything was out of order. For real. So I lost my husband 3 years, 7 months ago. And according to Google, which Siri helped me figure out how many days that was, which was 1,318. And even hearing the number 1,000, I mean, to know that I have been over 1,000 days without this man's voice, without this man's presence, I mean, I didn't even know how I was going to make it through the first week. Like literally, I did not know how I was going to make it through the first week. And, I did what a lot of us do. Like those first couple of weeks, I drank, even to the point where one of my friends was like, Jillian, there are no answers in the bottom of the bottle. And at the time I wanted to be like, bitch, I fucking know that. My husband died doesn't mean my intelligence went out the window. But damn
Hold
it.
on. Can I say something to that real quick? Nobody knows if there's answers on the bottom of the bottle until you get to the bottle. You don't know what's in that bottle. You don't know what the liquor's in there. Just like Snapple. You don't know what's under that cap until you open it. Just saying.
Yes. So if anybody has ever gotten to that bottom of that bottle and found some answers, let us know.
All the ones I've been to, there's no answers.
But I'll say this, you know what? It didn't have to be any answers, because as long as it took away my pain for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it was, that I didn't have to deal with it. I didn't have to think about him not being here. I didn't have to think about my pain or feel it. I was good. And I remember one day, one of my best friends came up to me and she said, Jillian, like real talk, you did not go into that grave with him. You did not die with him. You are still living, and you have to live and live fully. And normally I probably would have gotten mad if anybody else maybe had said something to me like that, and I wouldn't have been ready to receive it. But for whatever reason that day, I received that. And because she was right. I didn't go into the grave with him. I had a lovely daughter who at the time is 9. She's now 12. I had a whole rest of my life. I was 44 when he passed. I have the whole rest of my life, in front of me. And I owed it to myself. And, to make that choice that I was going to leave that place of gloom and doom. And that didn't mean, leave the love behind or move on and forget all about him or whatever. No, because that trauma of losing a spouse has now been etched into who I am as a person. I am who I am right now because of my loss. And I sit here before you today. I can't say I stand because I'm obviously not standing, but I sit here, I'm in front of you today, as a stronger person, a more resilient person, as a person who knows how to advocate, as a person who is just committed to the work on themselves. Because honestly, I want to say up until my husband got sick, I did not realize like the value, like my own like worth or how strong I was as a person and the value that I brought. When the nurses used to say to me all the time, like, you know what, Jillian, like you're up here every day. My husband was in the hospital for 4 months. And out of those 4 months, I missed 3 days. And I was there every day. From as soon as I dropped my daughter off at school until around 9 o'clock at night, I was there with him. And, and I realized just how strong I was through that. So, I mean, when I say like I was forged in fire, I was really forged in fire. And, but I still have moments. I describe it as kind of like a raw nerve that every so often, it's a raw nerve that's exposed, or you hit the funny bone and it's not funny. And it's like every so often those moments come, they still do.
Like an exposed, ooh.
Yeah. And you know what? I say all the time to people, that's just evidence that we loved, and we loved hard, and we were loved. And that's what that grief is. It's just really the evidence that the love occurred. And, and we are now forced to be a part of a ride that literally nobody wants to be on. Nobody wants to be on this ride. No. But we're in this together. And, one of the many reasons why we are here, why, I was so enthused when I first met Amber and she discussed this idea of like having, this group, and why she formed it, and what Widowed Rising is it's about, looking at it as we get in a weird kind of fucked up sort of way, though, another opportunity to really form or really decide who we want to be in life. What do we want to do with our life now? What do we want to do with it? I mean, because for so long we are used to living with somebody and doing things as a team. Your goals were as a team, and now it's just you. So what is it that you want to do with your like one crazy life? Like what, like the rest of your life? Like what is it that you want to do? And this is what we're here to help every widowed. And we say the widowed, we mean men and women, right? The widowed, right? When we say widowed, we're inclusive, widows and widowers. But we are here to kind of help you transition from that place of gloom and doom, which you have to make the choice to leave. I can't drag you out of it. Amber can't drag you out of it. M can't drag you out of it. No matter how gifted we may be as people, we cannot drag you out of it. You have to make the decision to leave.
And you have to do the work.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to do the work. And the work is hard. but it's worth it. You are worth it. Your kids are worth it. And so that's
the result is worth it.
The result, yeah.
Everything along the way. Fuck the end result. Everything along the way is
all
worth
of the
it.
thing, yeah, all the learning, all of the growing in and of itself is worth it. It is, because you don't want to stay stuck. Because I'm sure if you're a widow, you've been in the groups and you've heard people who are like, oh, I'm 12 years now and I still can't, get over, my spouse. I still can't do this. I still can't do that. We don't want to be stuck. We don't want anyone to be stuck. We don't. We want to, what is it you said the other day, Amber? We want to take our pain and turn it
into passion,
and to purpose. Turn it into, yes, pain to passion, pain to purpose, pain to power. That's what we want to do. Turn darkness into light. And that's why we're here. And I'm so excited to be on this journey because we have so much to bring to you. We're going to be talking about some serious topics, some funny topics. We're going to be, so many things. We're going to be like, your new friends in your living room that you never knew you needed until you met us. I'm serious. Trust me, we got a lot of great things in store. We really do. And with that, the Empress is done.
All right.
Now on to Eminem.
Geez, how do I follow those two?
Just be you.
You come as Eminem. What the fuck? You guys, look what I just found in my pen case.
What is that?
That's my red lipstick.
Oh, I was about to say, is that an eyeliner? I didn't know if that was like a
All right, Eminem.
All right. So this Sunday will be my husband's 3rd year death anniversary, however we call it. It's just, I don't know. For some reason, I like that word. Geez, like stage fright. I have 3 girls, and I want to show them that life doesn't stop just because he's not around and he's not here anymore. That doesn't mean that we have to, like the other 2 ladies were saying, that we have to just sit and mope and be sad that he's not around and can't do things with us. I don't want them, of course they're going to feel that way, but I don't want them to be that way constantly. I want them to see that you have to get out and do things and work on yourself and work on your relationships and always be learning. And that's what brought me to this group. And I think we are apart from other groups in that we're more like personable, especially Amber and Jillian and myself. But I've heard people say that that's the reason why they really like our group, and that's why they enjoy and have fun. And all the people who came on our first official retreat was like instant family.
We had our very first ever Widowed Rising retreat, for those of you who are wondering what she's talking about, this past August in Alabama, Jesus, I'm thinking Floribama, Arizona. We had it in the beautiful hot Arizona, yes. And it was quite lovely. It was 4 days of just fun and laughter and talking and conversation, and we're hoping
to have an agenda. A loose agenda.
We had a loose agenda. No, we did.
Just enjoyed having fun and getting to know each other in person and hanging out and spending a whole day in the pool.
Yes.
And
cockfighting.
Cockfighting, yes. We had inflatable cocks in the pool.
Yes.
And
fun times. Fun times. Lightweight edition.
I'm excited, just like Amber and Jillian said, that this group is something special, and to help it grow and help people grow and help people learn and expand themselves and not just be this, like, a widow is your only identity. Oh my God, I lost this person.
Exactly.
I can never have fun. I can never date. I can never, and have people judge you because you're a widow. But like Jillian was saying, we have this kind of second chance at life to just decide what relationships don't work for us anymore, what habits, what trains of thought, trains of thinking that we don't need or don't serve us anymore. We're not the same people that we were.
No, we're not.
And we should constantly be changing because things are changing. The world is changing. We should be changing.
Yeah, and
Was it
you
you,
know,
Jillian, that said you don't want to be stagnant and like,
yeah, I don't want to be that person that's like stuck like 12 years, 15 years, and I'm just still, in that place of like, well, why me? And I lost my husband and everything just went bad since my husband died, and why me and why me? And I just want to say something really quickly. For those of you who are still in that place, like, why me? Why did this happen to me? And why me? Why me? Why we me? Because I was that person for also a very long time too.
oh,
Until one day, I don't know, this voice spoke to me and said, why not you? For real. Why not you? People go through horrendous things every day. People lose people. People die. I mean, honestly, you think you're the first person that's lost a spouse? Like, why not you? What makes you think you're above this? And once I started to really adapt that thinking of, why not me? Why do I think that this can't happen and I'm above this? That was part two of what really pushed me to like make the decision that, I am still living. So therefore I need to keep living.
and I think also the three of us can say that we've gotten to the point where we're enough. We're more than enough. I know I used to feel like my husband's not around anymore. I have to be like, I used to tell my girls physically, I am mom and dad. There is no dad anymore. And then I realized, I think it was a Facebook post in another widow group, which got me thinking, like, there was a mom who said, F this, like, I am enough. I am going to be, there's plenty of kids who've been raised by one parent, a solo parent, and they've been fine people. Why is it? I mean, collectively, that's a whole nother podcast, but like, when you're a solo parent, it's thought you can't do it. You're not part of a, nuclear unit. You're just on benefits or whatever. You're not a great parent.
I think
First of all,
that's just a
judge.
whole stereotype on one group of people. And okay, well, that's just all single parents. That's all solo parents. And that's not true at all. Yeah, that's not true. And then I can't stand the argument of, well, it shows that more single fathers own a house. Okay, well, how long have those single fathers actually been in their careers? How long are they actually been single fathers? Because yeah, a man is more likely to own a fucking house before a single woman is. And that's just stepping into the reality world and people discriminating against women on all. And I've heard it. Well, how come why are you buying a house? You should have a man. You don't have a husband to buy a house. Why do you need to wait to get a husband to buy a house? What the fuck? This is a lot of like, that's just a very small portion of the bullshit I hear out on YouTube and in the world and people talking, especially YouTube, because let's keep it real. Too many people have a fucking camera and a microphone for no reason. You know what I mean? They just get on and start regurgitating a bunch of crap that they believe in, and you have nothing to back it up. You have no sources. You have no evidence. You have no scientific proof. You have no statistics. You have nothing. Yet the first time somebody comes at you with a statistic, oh no, that's not true, because oh no, that doesn't happen. In your fucking world, it doesn't happen. But that doesn't mean in the 3.5 other trillion people's lives that it ain't happening. And when it's happening to a majority of people, the other ones who are not in that world, let's say, for instance, single white men or married white pregnant women, why are you in married, or why are you in single mothers business? Why are you in these people's business? Why don't you stay in your own lane and talk about what's going on in your world, and let the solo mothers and the solo fathers talk about what's really going on in a solo parent type of world? Because there is a difference for you YouTubers out there between single parents and solo parents, just in case y'all didn't know. And I'm sorry, I'm going off a little rant here, but here we are. There is a difference. When you're a single parent, more than likely the other parent is in the picture, and you can send those little boogers right on over there for the weekend and then bounce them back and forth like little tennis balls, because y'all can figure it out, right? However, then there's the other of us that are solo parents who have just us, and there is nobody except, hey, oh, let me run back over here. We're playing our own fucking tennis match. Oh, I gotta be over here. Now I'm over here.
All the time.
I'll be over here. They're just like Em said, oh, I gotta be mom and dad. I told my kids the same thing, Em. I told my kids the same thing. I am mom and dad now. So when I'm soft 1 minute and then an ass the next, just know I'm having to play both roles here. But then it got to a point where it was like, wait a minute. Just like Em said, I am enough.
Yep.
Your dad isn't here. I'm mom. I don't know how to fucking be dad. I can only be mom. And here I am. Once I realized I had to stop being mom and dad and just be mom, things started running a lot smoother. Because when I was trying to be mom and dad, it was chaotic.
And I just want to piggyback that on what you were saying for a second, because it was slightly different for me over here, whereas I wasn't trying to be like mom and dad, because I know, it's just me. Well, I only want to be me, and I wasn't even trying to be Richard. But my thing was, it was the feeling guilty because it was only me. And I felt like I was constantly trying to, and like when I say constantly, I mean like up until like, still, I think I do it a lot, is that I try to overcompensate, and give her everything, because, I feel bad that, she doesn't have her dad here.
That comes from
she comes home from school.
You're enough. That you're enough as the one parent you are, no matter if you're a mother or a father.
And when she comes home from school and she's like, oh, this person did this and this person did that, I'm like, well, you know what? That person has a mommy and a daddy. That's what I do. I only have a mommy. So therefore, one income, and just trying to accept that there are things that, she just won't be able to do yet. Mommy's working on it, but yet. And I think those are, some other things that I know. And I know that there are some single parents who would say, well,
I was going to call her out on it if she didn't say it.
What?
We were sitting here waiting for you to say yet.
Yes.
I was about to
no, but that's what I said. Yet. It's mommy's working on it. Mommy's working on it. It's coming. It's just around the corner. But, and I know some single people would say, well, such and such doesn't pay child support, or such and such doesn't, whatever. And that's another topic for another day. But just know that it is completely different when you're not divorced, you're not planning on it, you're not, this person just dies.
I'll speak on that real quick, because and here's for those listening will listen. I'll only speak on shit that I know of, have been through, or have studied, or I have fucking proof of. And I'm gonna speak on this one because I have been in both situations. My older two, their father, their donor, I should say. And if you hear this, dude, you are been a fucking donor, sir. Get it together.
Truth may
but
hurt.
I don't give a damn. The truth hurts. And
no, I said to him, I don't give a damn about his feelings. I'm just telling him, if he's hurt, the truth hurts.
I made my peace with him. I just have my feelings every now and then when he does stupid shit. I'm like, whatever, bro. Anyway, the difference between, because there was a point before I met my husband, I would have been considered a single mother, because he was there, even though he wasn't in the picture, he was still there. At any time, if I decided, hey, you need to step the fuck up and be a father, that would have been on me as the mother to step up and say, you need to do this. We need to work this out. But there's a lot of single parents out here, especially, and I'm gonna call y'all out, a lot of these single mothers out here that want to use their children against these fathers. But on the flip side, there's a lot of these fathers, which are AKA donors, who want to sit here and also play the game with the kids just to get back at the mother. Now, I'm going to speak on my situation. This will try to give up his fucking rights because he didn't want to pay child support while he's sitting in jail. He literally told the motherfucking people, I have somebody that's willing to take over parental rights. Sir, I would not lay down with that guy and have these children. He has no business being no parental nothing unless me and him decide we're going to have a relationship and work this out. You can't just go give your parental rights to somebody else like that. It makes sense. Anyway, the whole talk to this day, that was, my oldest is about to be 16 years old. My other one is about to be 12. In those combined years, because I am the mother that I am. And when I told my mother, when she knew before, when my daughter, I said, I'm gonna raise my kids with or without this man. If he wants to be in the life, that's on him. I can't make that because I have responsibilities over here. To this day, this man has only been court ordered $50 a month for child support. In the whole years, all these years, almost 16, no, well, let's minus a few because it was, so we'll just say in the last 12 years, 11, we'll call it 11 to be fair. In the last 11 years, I have not once taken this man back to court. What do I need your money for? Because I need you, my children need you to be a father more than your little petty fucking cash each month that fills my gas tank. I don't need that. I need you to be their father. But as a solo mother, yeah, my daughter, my youngest one, she gets her Social Security because her father passed away. If you want to act like that's some sort of child support, then whatever. But that's the government and system stepping up in place to help out families like us. And as a solo mother, I can't call up the Spirit hotline and be like, hey, man, can you send him a message and tell him to come visit us because his kids need him? I need him to come step up and be a father for a little bit. I can't do that. But as a single mother, as a single father, you have that fucking option. You still have that choice. You still have that opportunity to step up and say, hey, let's put our shit aside so we can raise this little kid to be a decent person. As a solo parent, you got to say, okay, I got to put my shit aside so I can raise this little kid to be a decent person. That's the difference between a single mother, a single father, and a solo mother.
And you know, I just want to say something really quickly, because that whole idea of using your kids as pawns, like I have never understood that. I have never seen it as anything else other than a selfish act, because at the end of the day, the only people you are hurting, you're really hurting your kids. That's it. You're really hurting your kid. And you know what, as well as yourself too, because you're missing out, you're manipulating, and it's going to come back because karma is real. So if there is anyone out here that really wants to kind of prove me wrong or tell me how you justify using your kids as pawns, I would love for you to put a comment, come on this show, because if anybody has a justification for that, I'm raising up my human bar right now. Just take me away. Just take me now. Because you know what? Because so many people do it. That's so many people do it. It's not like one, two, this is a lot of what I hear. You know, in just talking to people, like, oh, she uses the kids as a pawn, and or he's doing this, or because I started dating this guy, now he's saying he doesn't want to pay child support anymore, or whatever. But you're hurting your kids. Both sexes. Yeah, it's both sexes. I don't want to hear, oh, it's bitter baby mamas, it's bitter baby daddies. No, it's all both. Y'all. Stop it. It's both. And
let's move on for this because I'm gonna go on more rampages. We don't need all that type of energy.
Well, that's why I was like, we're not going to talk about this, but this is.
I know, but I just had a comment on it because I can understand both worlds. So and we can totally obviously come back to the end of the day, but that kind of leads me into what I did want to say. For those listening, and hopefully this channel, as we grow, this channel reaches everybody, not just the widowed community, because a lot of the stuff that we talk about and go through, this is for everybody. And my message to the whole damn world, whether you like me, don't like me, like that you like me, and you hate that you love me, I don't care.
Love to hate you. Hate
that's
to love
fine. You. That's good, but you're here listening to me, and that's all I need. So that's all I care about is you pick up what I'm laying down. And it doesn't matter. This channel is for everybody, because my biggest thing I've come to realize, my destiny, my soul contract, whatever it is I'm here for, it involves telling people to sit down for a little while, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, just sit down, learn yourself. Stop trying to find other people to fill in holes in what you feel like you're missing, and this person can bring it to you, or this person can do that. Because let me tell you something, and I'm about to conspire, baby, you can do it yourself. Whatever you need, whatever you want, give it to yourself. Nobody can give you anything that you can't give to yourself.
Word.
Nothing. I don't care what it is.
And you know what? It's so funny because the other day I put up, in our community, like, if you keep thinking happiness is over here, happiness is with that next job, happiness is with that next partner, happiness is,
you're never gonna find it.
No, every time you think, if you are always thinking that happiness is where you are not, happiness is never going to be with you. And, speaking solely, right now to the widow community, men and women, yeah, it is important after your spouse dies that you take the time, because you are not the same person. You are not. And until you get to really, truly know inside and out who this new person is that is looking back at you in the mirror, you will constantly be dating at a deficit. You'll be constantly dating from a place of, I just don't want to be alone. And we're going to talk about that. Trust me, we are going to talk about dating.
We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Yeah,
and a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, it is important. And we're going to do more than just tell you, you need to do the work. We're going to show you how to do the work, so that when you finally are ready to get out there, you are grounded and you are fully aware and mindful of who you are. You are able to draw those boundaries. You are comfortable with drawing those boundaries, and you don't settle. And that's what we want. But you have to do that work on yourself first.
And we're going to do it together. We're going to do it together.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
But I am so excited. I'm like bursting, like seriously, just really start showing you like the complete dossier or whatever, all that we have for you all. Because it's some magic. It's like, I can't really say it's some magic, because I don't want you to think it's like abracadabra, you're a new person. No,
it's magic. And if you know, you know, but you don't know, but that's okay, because you're gonna know.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Gonna learn.
There you go.
I heard something awesome the other night in a training, and it said, I know what I know. I don't know what I know. I know who knows what I need to know, and that's all I need to know.
Exactly. And
That's
everything
it.
we tell you
And now you know
here,
us.
yes,
And
now
we
you
know
us.
what you need to know. And that's all you need to know. So
Yes.
let's go.
So come back so we could all be in the know. Because we're not trying to keep it all to ourselves. We are
I
not.
can't. I'll explode. I'll explode. Just a bunch of golden glitter all over everybody.
And just so also so you know, because the one thing I don't think we mentioned to you all, like as you get to know us, you're going to figure out we each have very unique, very different types of personalities, and sometimes the personalities will clash. A lot of times, though, we are on the same page, but sometimes, we are all different. We all have different perspectives on certain things, and this is one of the beautiful things about having 3, widows in front of you, all from different places and everything else. Because one thing we do know is that everybody's walk in this is different. We may have similar things that bond us together, but we also are very aware that everybody's walk in this is different, and everybody was coming to us from a very different perspective, and we welcome that. We really do. And
widowed or not widowed. Because, and I can't stress that enough, right? I say that because there comes a point in time in a widowed life, anybody's life, that they want to start dating again, and they want to move on, and they want to find love again. And yeah, there's a lot of talk in the widow community. Maybe it's just easier if I date another widow or a widower, because we understand we don't have to go through all that. Maybe people who are divorced, sometimes there's a lot. Sorry for those who are divorced. Don't take this as a negative thing, but there's a lot of people that are divorced and they want to compare it to a widow, and the life is not the same. I'm sorry, it's just not the same. And that one we will talk about another day, because we got a whole list of shit not to say the fucking widower. But I want to stress it enough. This channel is for everybody, because there may be somebody out there that's not like, hasn't even had a real relationship or a serious relationship and wants to settle down now that they got their career together and all, and they happen to run into a widow or a widower and they really hit it off. You need to maybe come listen to us, maybe pick up some things like, hey, I don't understand this. I don't know how to approach them about this. Come to us. We got you. Send us in the comments. Ask us questions. We'll post with the email and the link. Send us questions. Hey, I met this widower. How do I do this? How do I talk about what is this about? Let's have these conversations.
Yeah.
Let's have these real conversations.
Why is this widow? Why? I'm gonna say, why is this man or woman, calling me or flipping out if I don't call back real quick and just want to make sure I'm okay? And what is this about? And oh my gosh! And I came home the other day and they said that they were just really in their feelings because they were missing, their exes, and it's just one of those days. And I don't know how to deal with that because I'm feeling a little insecure right now. They're supposed to be with me, but why are they still missing somebody else? And does that, like, all those things you may encounter and you may not know how to deal with them. And that is why it's so important that Amber said you need to come talk to us, come bring it to us, and we'll talk about it. We'll walk you through it. Yeah, come and talk to me. I really want to meet you. Can I talk to you? Really
or my favorite, Tevin Campbell.
Can we talk?
Okay, anyway.
Sorry. Yeah.
And we like to have fun. This is gonna be one of those shows where we're all scripted and we're gonna be sitting here talking. Y'all, we're gonna go off on all kinds of stuff. This is a fun channel, open to everybody and anybody. Come as you are. Let's have real conversation. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm gonna piss some of y'all off. And I'm not sorry.
We will, but it's okay.
And I'm not sorry about it.
It's okay.
I'm not sorry.
It's okay. Because
I won't get offended if you don't get offended. Let's just keep it non-offensive around here, okay? And just keep it true.
And because the truth is this: you don't learn if you're always around like-minded people who think the same way, do the same things. But you don't learn. You learn, in those moments of uncomfortability, when you come across someone who doesn't share the same views as you do, and you actually listen. You don't listen to respond, but you just listen to take in, listen to learn.
To understand.
Yeah. And then when you hear something that's different and you do get upset, you also need to sit with too a little bit. Like, well, why am I getting so upset about this? What is this? Why is she saying something that's triggering me? Why am I triggered by this? What's going on here? And those are the conversations
Shit
that you
happens
be having.
outside of your world. There's other shit happening in life besides in your life, in your world. Other people have worlds and lives happening. It's not just yours, and they all don't mimic and reflect yours.
Nope. And so we'll teach you how to be a
That's
good
my
listener.
mic drop. Ooh.
And we'll teach you how to be a good listener. For real, because we need more of those in this world today. We really do. We need listeners and we need leaders. And sometimes you can be both. A lot of times. At 11 o'clock, I could be a leader and I'm leading what we're going to be doing and blah, blah, blah. And then at 11:30, I could just be listening and getting told what the next, sometimes you just have to know you can't always be a leader. And, you can't always be a listener, but sometimes you do want to be a leader too. But we'll get there through some empowerment. But anyway, I digress.
The best thing for that is to the day you die, always remain a student.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what position you're in.
You're
always
learner.
Until the day you die, you will be learning something new. There's always something different to learn.
Because as long as you
remain,
yeah. Because as long as you keep living and growing, I've never been 46 up until now. So there are some lessons that I'm open to learning now because hell, I've never been this way before. I've never been this far in life.
Right. Right. This is my first time being 36. That I'm learning. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna have fun along the way.
Exactly.
Because we don't know what we don't know, and we're just here for an experience. And everybody has a different.
Let's have fun while we do it.
Exactly. Because one thing that I've learned is and I'm just going to draw this real quick, and I'm going to draw my husband's. When's my husband born?
Just one a month.
All right. So here we go. Right. So we're put on Earth for a short amount of time. So this is my husband's time, right? 1971 to 2020. This thing right here, this dash, this is his life. This is everything. That dash in the middle represents his life and all of his life experiences, right? And we're here for just that amount of time, just that dash before it's all gone. And so we owe it to ourselves and our kids to make the most out of that blip, that dash, because it does go quick. It does. And so my goal in life now is to learn, to grow, to help, to serve you, and to have fun doing it. Honestly. And so hopefully that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
Heard this guy, and this was a very pivotal moment in my life. Like, I was on YouTube one morning before any of this Widowed Rising, before the Facebook group for those who know Widowed and Dating, before any of that started. A pivotal moment in my life. I heard on YouTube a guy said, I was going through some shit. I started seeing a therapist, and the therapist told me, I expect, or I can't, I don't remember exactly what it was, but the baseline was on a heart machine. It tracks your heartbeats, right? You have the rhythm. It goes up and down. Some spike up. Sometimes it drops real quick and comes back down. That's your life. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have higher moments. You're going to have low ass moments. But the moment you flatline, that's when it's all over.
Yeah.
So if you're not having ups and you're not having downs, you're already done. Those up moments, be grateful for those. Be thankful. Those low moments, be grateful for those. be thankful for those low moments, because
there's
without
a-
those, you're not going to understand those high ones.
No.
You're not
And
going to
there's-
appreciate those high ones. until you
And there's
get them.
always a lesson in the low moments.
Oh,
There
man, we'll talk
is.
about lessons, because I can talk about lessons all day.
So just remember that
All day.
when you are in that lowest of the low, like what is the lesson in that? And that's hard to do. That's hard
What's
to do.
the lesson in the
When you're
highest of the
lowest
high?
low,
There's a lesson
you know?
everywhere. There's a lesson in the high of the high and the low of the low and in the middle. There's a lesson every which way.
Not everybody
Every
likes
way
to
you
listen
turn.
to those lessons.
Oh, well, hey, that's why we're here, to tell you to sit the fuck down for 6 months to 12 months. We're going to help you. We're going to
kind
help
of
you
help?
get there.
We're gonna bring, because that's what we want you to do. We want you to soar, right? Widowed normies alike. We want everyone to live their best life, your best life, not what everybody tells you your best life should look like or be like. Your best life, just like Amber is clearly over there enjoying her life.
I love my life. I enjoy it.
As
Because every time I enjoy it, I get blessed with something else. It may not be the next day. It may not be the next month. Hell, 12 years from now, I might get blessed just for doing that little bit because I was feeling really good. It's just what it is. The energy you put out there is what you're going to get back. It's just like a rhythm. If you throw a rock out there and skip rocks in that waves, it's the same thing with your vibrations. You throw out a happy vibe out there, it's going to
come
ripple
back
effect.
to you.
You throw out a negative fucking thing out, it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
So you wanna fly.
And just remember, because that's what they say, every action has a consequence. It does in life, every action. So we want to try to put out some positive energy. We want to grow you. We want to pour love and light into you. We want to get you where you need to be,
Lauren.
And if anything else, you're gonna laugh with us. You are.
Or you laugh at me. I'm
going to laugh at us.
You're going to laugh.
I love it. I
Your
love being
Empress
laughed at,
says
because
so.
you know what that tells me? It's how, if I don't care if somebody's talking shit about me, talking good about me, laughing with me, or laughing at me. You know why? Because you're still in my presence and you're still giving me attention, and I'm still fucking love you regardless.
Yes.
So, if you don't want it, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Because if not, you gonna get all this. Well, that's all the people at my job. They're probably like, this is crazy.
Now, I remember one time a friend of mine said, because I was upset one time because there was at the last place of employment that I was at, there were like a bunch of people talking about me, and I was upset and I was complaining to one of my friends, and I was like, oh, I can't believe they're talking about me. And he said, you know what, Jillian? That just means you're relevant. Yep. Talking about you good, bad, that just means you're relevant. And that's how I take it nowadays. That just, talk bad, talk good. People, it just means I'm relevant.
That's why I always tell people, you either gonna love that you love me, or you're gonna hate that you love me. Because either way, you paying attention to me, huh? But it's all love. Somebody always finds something about me that they just can't get enough of. And then they always find out, oh, Amber, you're just so nice. Well, yeah, I'm just a little cuckoo. That's all. But I gotta go. I gotta get off here.
Yeah, let's say. I just said that, let's wrap it up. Yes, because we just wanted to really get on, and we just really wanted to introduce ourselves. I think we are going to be going live every Tuesday. So you can find us right back here every Tuesday. And obviously the replays will be out all week. But if you, and then some, but if you are on our channel, because I'm still figuring all this shit out. I am probably the least tech savvy out of the three of us. So that's
learning. You're learning.
I'm learning. We all have strengths and weaknesses, and they, so now you've learned one of my weaknesses. Yes, I am not the most tech savvy person, but thank goodness I have these two amazing tech savvy ladies. But yeah, so if you see this on a replay, you want to join us on a live, please do. And
Jillian, wrap it up like you ain't trying to get pregnant. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Bye.